If getting married is one of your goals in Fields of Mistria, there are a few things you'll want to know before you get there. The game does a great job of letting relationships grow naturally, but there are also plenty of little details that are easy to overlook the first time around. Knowing them now can make the whole journey feel much smoother. By the end of this guide, you'll know how the whole romance journey fits together, from meeting your future partner, to dating, getting married, and even starting a family. So just a gentle reminder that since this is a romance guide, there will be spoilers. I'll do my best to keep them as out of context as possible, but if you'd rather avoid certain parts, I've added chapters throughout the video so you can easily jump to the sections you need or skip anything you want to discover on your own. Building friendships in Fields of Mistria is pretty simple. Talking to someone once a day gives friendship points, and gifts can give you even more depending on how that character feels about them. Everyone has their own preferences, from loved and liked to neutral, disliked and hated. The easiest rule to remember is, loved gifts are worth the most, liked gifts are still good, and neutral gifts are better than nothing. Disliked and hated gifts won't lower your relationship, so there's no need to panic if you accidentally give someone something they don't care for. Giving someone a gift on their birthday gives you an extra boost, so if you're trying to build a relationship quickly, that's a really good day to make your gift count. The regular romance candidates are all available from your first day, and honestly, they're all pretty charming. If you're looking for easy gifts to get started, we have a separate guide covering some of the best early options, so you can check that out after this one. As for the secret characters, we'll save those for later in the video. That section includes how to unlock them and some major spoilers for the main storyline. There are also universal loved and universal liked gifts, and these are especially handy. Instead of remembering everyone's individual preferences, or filling your inventory with a different gift for every villager, you can carry something that everyone will happily accept. Universal loved gifts give you the same relationship boost as a regular love gift, while universal liked gifts count as liked. You can get some of these gifts from festivals, or you can make them yourself through cooking. You can unlock likable cooking at level 15 and lovable cooking at level 45. These perks give your dishes a chance to receive a likable or lovable infusion. There's another fun way to learn what people like too. Once the Seeking Gossip questline becomes available on the first day of summer, you can help Elsie with her gossip, and the little mystery surrounding it was pretty fun. After you unlock the feature, you can talk to Elsie each day and choose from 3 villagers to get hints about their likes or loves. The 3 choices change daily, so it can be a little hit or miss if you're looking for someone specific. And if you don't want to leave your gift planning up to Elsie's daily gossip, that's totally fine. Our separate early gift guide can help with that too. Each romance candidate has heart events at 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 hearts. And these are new moments with them that give you more of their story. Once you reach 4 hearts, you'll also start getting birthday letters from them, and you can invite romance candidates to certain festivals. The first big one is the Shooting Star Festival on Summer 28. Elsie will let you know about the festival that morning and give you a shooting star brooch. If you've reached at least 4 hearts with a romance candidate, you can give them the brooch and invite them to go with you. If they accept your invitation, meet them at 8 p.m. or later for your festival cutscene. Just keep in mind that once the cutscene ends, the day ends too. If it's your first time with the romance candidate, you'll get a photo by the end to commemorate the date. And there are some really sweet little details afterward. You can talk to the people they're close with, and they'll comment on how the romance candidate felt, giving you more insight into their relationships with each other. And I love these because it makes the romance feel connected to the rest of the village. It's not just you and your chosen character in a bubble. Even better, if you visit the romance candidate's room later, you'll see the shooting star brooch you gave them displayed there. Then there's the Harvest Festival on Fall 10, where you can ask any romance candidate with at least 4 hearts to dance with you. But there's another important milestone to keep in mind. At 8 hearts, you'll get to make a choice about where the relationship goes. You can choose to pursue a romantic relationship, or keep things platonic and become best friends instead. If you do choose romance, you'll unlock dating, and this is where you can start spending even more time with your favorite characters. Dates also give you more relationship points than regular gifts, so they're a great way to keep building that relationship. And yes, you can date all of the romance candidates at the same time. You can only marry one eventually, but until then, the game lets you explore those relationships without forcing you to choose right away. Once you're dating someone, you can ask them out on Saturday or Sunday by talking to them and choosing the date option. There's one small catch. You can only take the same person on one date per week. So you can't take them out both Saturday and Sunday, but you can ask someone else out the following day. There are currently 6 different date types, and you start with the in-meal date by using the menu date inspiration given by Elsie. The other dates are unlocked in different ways. The Deep Woods Picnic comes from the picnic basket after unlocking Deep Woods. The Gem Cutting date requires a rough gemstone from mine chests. You can get the Bathhouse date by buying a bar of soap from Weedle's Saturday Market, while the Park date requires the dollhouse bench found from mining dig spots on the Eastern Road. And for the Seaside date, you'll need a pink shell from fishing in the ocean. Your first date of each type gives you a commemorative photo card that you can display in your home. And I love that you're collecting little memories of those moments. Some dates will even leave you with an item afterward. The in-meal date is especially nice because you usually get a meal that happens to be one of your date's loved gifts. You'll also notice your partner's dialogue starts changing, and they may even surprise you with gifts. My favorite is that you can even kiss your partner, which is just so cute. Once you reach 10 hearts with a romance option, you're ready to take the next step toward marriage. But there are still a few things to prepare first. The morning after reaching heart level 10, Elsie will deliver the engagement ring recipe, which you can craft at a forge. Unfortunately, the materials are only available late game. For the engagement ring, you'll need 1 dragon-forged core, 2 diamonds, 4 mistral ingots, and 4 gold ingots. The dragon-forged core is its own recipe, requiring 5 monster cores from enchanterns, 1 mistral ingot, 1 pink diamond, 1 ancient firefly, and 1 medium essence stone. The mistral ingot, pink diamond, and ancient firefly can all be found in floors 81 to 99 of the mines, while the medium essence stone can be crafted at the stone refinery. For the other materials, gold ingots require gold ore from the lava caves, while diamonds can be found from diamond nodes, also in the lava caves, or crafted at the stone refinery. Once you have it, you can trigger the 10-heart event. This is where you'll have a conversation about the future and get to choose whether you want to propose right away or wait. And I really appreciate that you can wait. Each romance candidate has their own 10-heart event and an exclusive item, and these events can be retriggered using the engagement ring. So you can take some time, experience those different events, and collect their special items before deciding who you want to move forward with. There's also something important to check if you're dating multiple people. Getting engaged will change your other dating relationships from dating to best friends. But if you'd rather keep that from happening, you can disable breakup in the gameplay settings. There's a separate setting too if you don't mind the relationship status changing but don't want to see the breakup letters and follow-up dialogue about it. Turning that off removes those messages, although the relationships themselves will still change to best friends. So before you confirm that engagement, especially if you're enjoying getting to know several characters, take a quick look through those settings. Once you've proposed, you can start planning the wedding. You can choose a date anywhere from 5 days to 2 weeks after your proposal, and your relationship status officially changes from dating to fiancé or fiancée. And this is one of the parts I really enjoy because you're not just waiting for the wedding to happen, but you actually get to be involved in some of the planning. In the days leading up to the ceremony, you can talk with your betrothed about details like the flower color, cake flavor, and food for the reception. And when the big day arrives, Elsie and Josephine will come pick you up, and thankfully you don't have to worry about your usual farm chores that day. You get to choose your wedding outfit and spend the day with your betrothed, their family, and your closest friends. And I really appreciate that the wedding doesn't just end when the ceremony does. There's a reception, speech, food, and time for everyone to celebrate together. It feels like an actual celebration that the whole town is part of, rather than a quick cutscene before you're immediately sent back to the farm. Once you're married, you'll also unlock 3 exclusive pieces of furniture unique to your spouse that you can place around your home. And then there's one more pretty big addition to married life: family planning. About 14 days after your wedding, you'll eventually see a stork in your dreams, and you'll receive a mystical feather. You don't have to use it, so there's no pressure if having children isn't part of your story. But if you do want to start a family, hold the feather and talk to your spouse. From there, you get another choice. The stork can bring your baby to you, or you can choose to experience pregnancy. Whichever you choose, it takes another 14 days for the baby to arrive. If you choose the stork, they'll deliver the baby that morning. If you choose pregnancy, you'll visit the clinic and Valen will help with the delivery. And yes, your baby will actually resemble your spouse. Once the baby arrives, Landon will send you a cradle for them. Your spouse will start out holding the baby, but you can take them and carry them around on your back. And when you're ready to hand them back, you can do that too. It's a really sweet little addition to married life, and I like that the game gives you choices instead of making family life feel like something you have to do. If this guide has helped you feel a little more prepared, consider subscribing. I make cozy, low-stress guides to help you enjoy these games without feeling like you have to figure everything out alone. Now, we're getting into the secret characters. Quick warning before we do, this section has major spoilers because these characters are tied to the later parts of the Mind storyline. If you're still here, let's get into it. To unlock Calderus, you'll first need to complete the Fire Seal quest. That starts once you reach the 60th floor of the mines, where you'll once again need Juniper's help to figure out what offerings the seal requires. You'll need 4 things. First, a rock root and an emerald, both of which can be found in the deep earth biome on floors 41 to 59. Then there's the faceted rock gem artifact. This one took me a few in-game days to find, but it can also be found in that same deep earth biome. And finally, you'll need a sealing scroll, which starts a new quest with Balor. For that, he will ask for 10 silver ingots, 10 rubies, 10 sapphires, and 10 emeralds. If you've been saving your materials, great. If not, well, it's a bit of a shopping list. Thankfully, the gems aren't particularly difficult to find. They can also be crafted with the stone refiner once you've unlocked it, and you may even get lucky and find some of them in Balor's shop. Once you've completed the Fire Seal quest, you'll finally gain access to the Deep Woods, a completely new area north of the Eastern Road. And that's where you'll find Calderus. And his relationship starts at 6 hearts. That means you don't have to go through the earlier friendship levels before getting into his heart events. They begin at 8 hearts. Although, if you follow the Mind storyline this far, you could already argue that you've been experiencing Calderus' story all along. For gifts, Marigold is probably one of the easier liked gifts. You can forage it during summer, or find it year-round in the deep woods. His loved gifts are a little more involved because many of them are cooked dishes that require several ingredients. But there's actually a nice upside here. If you've unlocked the Living Off the Land perk, harvesting a crop can occasionally give you a cooked dish that uses that crop. That can make some of these harder gifts a little easier to come across. 2 options are fried rice and harvest plate, and you can also purchase them from the inn or Balor's wagon. And if you made it this far, let me know by typing a purple heart in the comments. Moving on to the Dragon Priestess. To unlock her, you'll need to complete the entire Mind storyline. Once you reach floor 80, you'll trigger the Breaking the Ruins Seal questline, and you'll encounter the Priestess again. This time she'll ask for 5 Void Stones, 5 Void Powders, 5 Void Herbs, and 5 Void Pearls. They're gathered in a few different ways. Void Stones and Void Herbs can be found around the map, Void Powders come from defeating monsters, and Void Pearls are obtained through fishing. Once you've gathered everything, there's another set of offerings to deal with. You'll need Breath of Flame, Fire Sailfish, Obsidian, and Smoke Moth, all of which can be found in the lava biome on floors 61 to 79. Offer those 4 items, and you'll unlock the Ancient Ruins biome. When you reach floor 90, you'll have a cutscene and then need to explore the area to find a key. Start with the northwest room in the Priestess Quarters, then head to the southwest room and light the Dragon Forge using the Dragon's Breath spell. You'll need at least 2 mana orbs to cast it, so make sure you have some mana recovered by then. Then there's the library in the northeast room. You'll be asked to offer a marigold and a temple flower, both of which can be found in the Deep Woods or Balor's Wagon. Once you make the offering, you'll receive the Seed of Balance. Take that seed to the southeast field and plant it. You can keep on watering it for 5 days, or you can just use the growth spell for it to grow into a key. Harvest the key, use it to unlock the door, and keep going. Eventually, you'll reach floor 100, where you'll uncover the mystery behind the Dragon's Horn tablet. But you won't be solving this part alone. You'll need help from Juniper and Island, and that means reaching 8 hearts with both of them and viewing their 8-heart events. Once that's done, you're really in the final stretch. There are 4 dragon-forged items you need to craft at the Dragon Forge in the southwest room on floor 90. And this is probably the part where it helps to know what you're collecting ahead of time. Don't worry though, all of the materials can be found in the Ancient Ruins, or floors 81 to 99. The Dragon-Forged Fang needs 5 monster fangs from saplings, 5 void stones, 5 void herbs, 1 written root, and 1 medium essence stone from the stone refinery. The Dragon-Forged Horn needs 5 monster horns from stalagmites, 5 void powders, 5 void pearls, 1 void snail, and another medium essence stone. Then there's the Dragon-Forged Core. You'll need 5 monster cores from enchanterns, 1 mistral ingot, 1 pink diamond, 1 ancient firefly, and 1 medium essence stone. And finally, the Dragon-Forged Powder requires 5 monster powders from mushrooms, 1 mistral ingot, 1 pink diamond, 1 luminescent crab, and 1 medium essence stone. Once you've gathered and offered everything, the final part of the mine's storyline unfolds. As you unlock Ceridia, she'll already start at 6 hearts, just like Calderus. And honestly, after everything you've gone through together in the mines, especially toward the end, that feels pretty fitting. For gifts, some of her easier-liked options are monster drops, like Monster Fang and Monster Whiskers. By this point though, you'll likely have access to a much wider range of resources. Dragon-forged items are all loved gifts, but collecting the rarer materials to make them can take some time. So if you're looking for something a little more practical, I'd recommend Monster Mash. The ingredients are relatively common, and you can learn the recipe through the Tastemaker perk. Once you have the perk active, look for the recipe in the Tide Caverns on floors 21 to 39 of the mines. And after everything you had to go through to reach her, I think it's nice that Ceridia's romance begins with a relationship that already feels like it has a story behind it. If you're ready to put all these romance tips into practice, the next video is a great one to keep going with. I'm going back to my mid-game experience to see which tips still hold up in 1.0, what's changed, and what I do differently now. So if you're getting to that point where there's suddenly a lot more to unlock, and you're wondering what's actually worth prioritizing, click on the next video and let's make the mid-game a little easier.